Hi, in today's video, I'm going to try and fix a common problem in the 2005 to 2014 Mustangs. They have support braces underneath that go from the spare tire area to the side frames, and the problem is that they rust out really fast for some reason. Water gets on the inside and they just rust out and they break. So I'll show you what mine look like underneath there. And then I'll show you what I got off of eBay to replace them. Hopefully they will last a little longer than the previous ones. Alright, here we are underneath the car, and this is what the current condition of my support bars look like. Super duper rusted. This side is completely broken through. They're totally separated, and the rust goes all the way up to the front. Same on this side. Look at that. Crazy. They're pretty much not doing much of anything. So that's what we're going to replace. It's pretty easy. There's two bolts here at the back. There's one up there on this upper support, and we'll replace that one. And then there is two at the very front, and then one a little bit further back than that. These are the replacement ones that I got, used ones off of eBay. These are from a 2010 to 2014 convertible. The differences are they added these supports to the uprights, and they added this piece here, that additional support against the frame. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably drill a couple of holes right here to accommodate some bolts, and the rest of it is exactly the same as the 2005 to 2009 bars. So if that didn't work for some reason, I would just cut this off and then they would fit just fine. So I went under and I compared the two, and they did look exactly the same except for the extra bracing. The extra bracing's great, I guess, but if they rust out the same, then it doesn't really matter. What I found on these is, you know, I don't see any other place where water would get into these to rust them out except the very front. This is the very front of these bars, and as you can see, it's formed, you know, from a box piece of metal, and then but these holes here go all the way through and into the bar, so I think that's where the water is coming in. So I'm gonna put some kind of sealant or sealer on these front bars before, or this area on the front bar before I put it in, and hopefully water or less water will get in there and they'll last a little longer. You can tell that even though these are painted and they look pretty good on the outside, water's already gotten in, because if you hear this, you can hear the rust particles in there. And on this side, if you look at the stamping, it's pretty much closed off. I think that's how it's getting in, and if we bang these on the ground, let's see if you can see it's coming out of there. So I definitely know water is getting in from the front. All right, we're gonna take off these bolts and get this old rusty crap off of here. It's a 15 millimeter. Wow, that's just falling apart. That's some serious mess there. This is a 2006, so I assume these have been on here since 2006, but yeah, that's bad news. I'm going to leave this one in so I can slide it out and have it held up here while I take out the middle one. Let's go do that. Like I said, this one is split in half, so only the middle screw needs to be taken out, or middle bolt needs to be taken out, and then the two in the back. I'm going to take off the other side now. So these are the bars that I took off. You can see how rusted they are. They're rusted from the top and the bottom. So not sure where all that water's coming in, if it just sits on the top and rusts, or if it's going inside the bar and it rusts, or both. But like I said, this one is broken in half, and these uprights, however, are not rusted. So there definitely is an issue. Water contamination. So here are the new bars that I got, or the new used bars that I got. I decided I was going to sand whatever rust was on the outside off and spray painted them with some rust reformer paint, and then I painted some gloss black on top of that. Here's the ends of the bars where the holes are, where I think the water gets in, and like I said, I'm going to use some sealant to seal that off. Okay, I left the front bolt in and scraped and primed some of the rust here in the back on the spare tire well, and now I'm gonna try and install these. I'll hook it on the front and then put a back bolt in and then do the rest of them. use this just because I didn't want to scratch up the bars that I just painted, so I think I got it in there. All right, that's one. Boy. On the front. said, all I need to do is torque them now, but here is the finished. So we've got nicer, these are the 2010 to 2014 bars, and like I said, they've got the reinforcement here and reinforcement right there. Otherwise they're the same bar. Here's the other side. There's that nut way up there. And here's the view from the back. Okay, well, I'm sure a lot of you are probably like, well, why did you even put those bars on for? Why don't you just take them off? And well, I believe the factory put them on for a reason, and since it's a convertible, you know, I would go for anything that makes it stiffer. So if these make it stiffer, then that's why I put them on. So this is the finished product, putting these 2010 to 2014 convertible support bars on a 2006. So I drilled 2 holes right here and here to secure this extra support brace that comes on those 2010 to 2014 support bars. So if you were wondering whether 2010 to 2014 support bars fit on a 2005 to 2009, they do. So you don't really have to put these bolts in there, since the 2005 to 2009 didn't have them at all, but I did just because it obviously was put there to make it stiffer. And then the other thing I did at the front, I put some Flex Seal paste into the front of these where those holes were from forming this, and the reason for that is to try and keep the water from going in here and then all the way back into the bar. So basically I'm hoping that no water gets in there, and maybe it won't rust as quick or rust at all, because I do think that is the major problem, is water gets in through here, and this is pointed at the front. So when it rains, it's just coming right in there. From the moment you drive it off the lot, the water's coming in. So hopefully that'll make these support bars last longer, because they're not cheap. Thanks.